EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Play action. Now it's Lance. They'll roll him out right. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up, keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Going deep for Diggs. He's got him in. Complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Stephon Diggs. 59 yards. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point put through by Boswell. That makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A give. This is Chubb. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A run for Nick Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 40 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Chubb. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Now Lance. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And out across midfield down to the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. You better bring.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Chase Young. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Here's Lance to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he just...
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance flushed out right. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Diggs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Again, it's Lance. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try to run with Harris, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, the touchdown a minute ago on offense got him back into it, and now the defense turns right around and forces the turnover.
And you and I both know if you're going to come from as far down as they have to, it's going to take both sides of the ball, maybe even the special teams to get involved. And so far, they've done exactly that. Offense scores, defense does its job. They're making their move. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And in into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Rashad Bateman, 64 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kicks away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. 3 yards remain for second down. On the carry, it's Chubb. Boy, shifts past him, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Chubb breaks a tackle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Chubb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Boston Scott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Lance. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Here's Freiermuth again. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Lance's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Lance now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Stephon Diggs. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point gets up and good. And remember, we got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 166 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run with Harris. He was brought down by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, it's Harris. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
On second down, this is Harris. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Allen. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It
certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete to Freiermuth. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Flushed out right. Open man completes it to Claypool. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One final try now for Lance. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
Now for the all-critical extra point. And he's got it. No problems there. The extra point up and good. We're headed to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Now a first throw here in overtime. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Here comes Grant on the return. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Second down, here's Chubb again. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. And again, it's Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 201 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. On first down, Scott. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's Watson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
On second down now, it's Scott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he Kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the major